been a while since I've been wanting to drive this car. This is the new 2022 LCI BMW M340i xDrive, and I can tell you straight off the bat, I think this is a weapon. Now, eagle-eye viewers, or eagle-eye or eagle-eared, I'm not entirely sure what I was trying to say there, will know that that sound is pretty familiar, and that is because this car runs the glorious B58 engine, the 3-litre 6-cylinder turbocharged, and it sounds great, little bit muted, but hey, that is life. It goes great, and it goes at a rate of 370 brake horsepower and 370 foot-pounds of torque, but we all know that this engine is pretty reserved in terms of what BMW peg it out to be. That translates to 4.4 seconds to 62 miles per hour. And that is quicker than the Audi S4 diesel model, however, that does it in 4.6. So the question really is would you buy this BMW M340i xDrive over, say, something like the Audi S4? Well, that's what we're going to find out, but predominantly I just want to talk about this car. Now, this car comes in at £58,000. It does have things such as the tech pack. It's got a couple of nice new creature comforts, but I think as a proposition, it is a very, very good car. Now, let's touch on the exterior styling first, because I think that the 340i looks glorious. I love it in touring form. I think it looks great. It gives you all that rear boot space, plus it just looks cool. Anything in touring form looks great. I really like the front of the 340i. I think it's got a very nice design. The grills are not too big. It's got a really nice aggressive front shape. The side profile just works for me with that kind of bread van type look that you get from all touring models. But the bit for me that really starts to make the difference on this 2022 model is when you get into the interior. Now, directly in front of me is a huge multi-screen thing. On the left, I believe it's something like 12.9 inch. It's massive, and it uses operating system 8, the newest version for BMW. And on the right, the instrument cluster. Oh dear. No, stop talking. It has the 8-speed box, which we all know and love. It does feel very ferocious in the way that it slams its gears in. And overall, this just feels like a really, really good car. It can do everything. Now, in this car, obviously the seats we don't have anything mental like we do on the M3. And actually, I think that's quite welcome, because these seats are very, very comfortable. As I said, they are heated. I also get a heated steering wheel. Now, one of the things that I love the most about the M340i Touring is the fact that it's just such an all-rounder. Now, if you want a car that delivers performance, this will do that for you with bags. Like I said, 4.4 seconds to 62. If you want a car that handles well, this will also do a really good job. You've got lots of different driving modes in this as well, which is really useful. Right now I'm in Sport Plus. You get some nice little animations on the screen as well when you flick between the modes. They do hold on the screen a little bit long, which I guess if you're focusing on the sat nav, it can be a little bit distracting, but it looks cool. It's very modern. You get the Eco Pro Comfort Sport, and then once you press the Sport button, you then have the option of Sport, Individual, and Sport Plus, as we expect. But this is nice. So we're kind of poodling around. Look at this little bridge. Nice. Whilst we're poodling through this little sleepy village, I can just touch a little bit more on the interior. So then I've just quickly parked up just to quickly touch on the interior a little bit, because not only does the exterior look phenomenal in this kind of frozen grey, but the interior as well is pretty awesome. I mean, you can look at that rear back space there. Boot is pretty vast. Space here for the rear passengers is good. Beautiful panoramic sunroof here. We do get, which is nice to see, we still have the iDrive control wheel here. So if I load her up here, you can have a quick look or look through. It's touchscreen as well, and it is a vast screen. You can add widgets here. Let's take a look at the car itself. Engine oil, she's all good. But it's very, very intuitive, and I think where this really kind of comes alive is on the if you go into the kind of sat-nav menu. Let's zoom back over. Look how large the sat-nav is. It's massive. And then if I kind of come across here, because this is one piece of curved glass, which is awesome. I do also get a very nice head-up display. I'm not sure if you can properly see that there, but that changes dependent on what mode you're in. So if I'm in comfort, eco, etc., it changes the head-up display. And the same thing kind of goes for here. If you look, this is the bit I was talking about. You get these nice, cool graphic designs depending on the mode that you're in, and equally the dash itself changes. So that's the sport mode, then you got the comfort mode and the eco mode. So very, very nice designs. The steering wheel itself feels good. It's the traditional wheel that we all know. The paddles are nice, quite chunky, the steering wheel, but it is heated, which is lovely to see here. Lots of carbon here in the tunnel, which also includes obviously wireless charging, which is good to see, as well as this kind of lovely carbon fiber inlay there. We get two wireless chargers in, so we get one USB-C charger here, and around the back, I don't know if you can see that, you've also got a couple of USB chargers as well. Now, the buttons here on the front, they've kind of been eradicated. You get your volume control and your skip here and there, and your hazard, your max up here, and your rear. So that's kind of to demist your windows. But if you really want to play around with the climate control, you kind of have to go into it a little bit more. So it's an extra button, but it does look good. It is nicely modern. You can choose how you want to set your stuff. Now, of course, this is an X-Drive variant, so handling on it should be pretty good. And out the bat, I can tell you that it is. Now, one of the things that I do like about this car, again, there is so much grip. I'm on road surface, the surface is good, it's pretty damp out there, yet the Touring M340i gives me so much confidence I can power out of corners. The suspension itself, whilst we're on a kind of British B road where, let's be honest, the tarmac isn't great and there's quite a few undulations and potholes, it's doing a really good job at absorbing a whole lot of the bumps while still providing me with an awful lot of grip and kind of feel around the body rod. It's not got much roll. It just feels nice. It's just a really, really engaging drive. Now, from a sound perspective, now we know that there is definitely some kind of BMW enhanced sound into the cabin. I am hearing pops and bangs on Overrun in Sport Plus. How many of those are real, I'm not so sure, but it just, that B58 sounds delicious. It sounds so good. And I'll do a little 0 to 60 launch so you can have a quick look again. Look at this. Acceleration, foot on the brake. Just goes. It is rapid. And you have to ask yourself the question, with a car that delivers so much performance, so much practicality, four-wheel drive to drive any time of the year, what more do you really want? It's got one of the best engines that the BMW has ever created, in my opinion. I think the B58 is up there with one of their greats, and couple that to the 8-speed box that we know and love, and really nice handling. As an overall car, I think it's a great value proposition. And £58,000 in a world where so many things nowadays cost silly money. And when we're looking at hatchbacks going for 60 odd grand, this I think gives you so much more than most of those cars put together. I love it. I mean, look at this. Look, just chuck it in. Once we get a couple more corners, and that X-Drive is just brilliant. So look, in summary, what do we think of the BMW M340i X-Drive? I love it. I think it's a very pretty car. I think it's a very practical car. I think it's a do-everything car. It gives much more cars, it gives other cars like the S4 a serious run for its money. And I think from a value proposition, it's great. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like, and I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.